start with cheer.
Okay. Okay, welcome to our video. I saw a couple of these videos around on YouTube where like couples who are, I guess, interracial or just like something like that, or like the AMWF thing, they just answered some questions that were commonly asked to those couples. So I thought we would do the same, and plus then you can learn a little bit more about us. So the first one is easy. It's just, how did you meet?
Once upon a time.
Okay.
No, we met in high school. First time seeing her is on a marching, well, it's not seeing her, but like getting to know who she.
I don't remember the first time we laid eyes on each other. Or like
no, it wasn't like
that.
that. It's just like we were both in bands. We both played trumpet. Well, she played flute mainly, but I think when she was 9th grade, I was a senior, and then I was teaching. It was like a freshman camp or something, and then she was in the trumpet section, and I was like, oh, we have a girl in the trumpet section. I was like, great. And then like I didn't know who she was, and I didn't know that she marched in 8th grade. So she had like such a great technique, and I was like so impressed. I was like, what the heck? 9th grade, like who is this girl? I was like, what? So I said to her, it's like, great job, you know, keep it up. And that was kind of how I remember first encountering her.
Yeah, same.
So whatever, you don't remember that.
Same. I just was really shy.
So,
but we didn't like start dating then. That was
just
a while after, when I was in college, but that's the beginning. Next question is, how does your family feel about like your partner's race? Like, did they care
no,
that I'm a white person?
Like, probably yes, if all my family stayed in Japan. They wouldn't be opposed to it, but they would be like,
it would be different.
Yes, it would be much
a
different.
little weird.
But just the fact that my parents also moved to America for like 7 years, like I just still remember my dad telling all of us, he's like, it can be any race, you can bring any race. He's like, any
really?
race is welcome. He always said that, and he always had open arms. And then I have 2 older brothers. They end up bringing Japanese girls. I'm the only one who brought an American girl to the house. But yeah, I mean, my parents are totally fine.
Yeah. I mean, my whole family and my parents are fine with it. I guess, I don't know. I think it just is like the older generation is not used to it. So like they weren't like opposed, but like it was definitely something new, and you know, there was a little bit of concern about like that he was like a Japanese citizen, and that was just a very small little problem, but it didn't really matter since like you chose.
I wasn't planning on coming back to Japan anyway.
He got his American citizenship, if you don't already know that, so that was no problem. But yeah, besides that, no.
I think I can say it, I think I have the best passport picture there is in this world.
Yeah, that's true. I'll insert the little box.
Just the face.
It's cute.
It's probably it's weird to say it myself, but I love it so much. I didn't
know you felt that strongly about it. Okay.
I think it's the best, and I hope you agree.
Yeah, it's
if
pretty
you do,
good.
give it a thumb up. If you don't give it a thumb down. Just leave it be.
Did you only date that race? Like, did you only date white people, and then I only date Asian people?
You can start.
Before.
No,
I dated white people and also Asian people. So I don't know. Does that sound bad? But yeah, it wasn't like I only want to date like an Asian person forever. That's my dream goal or something like that. What about you?
Me, I guess I should say yes, because I already dated white people.
Like actually date, yeah.
Like since I moved to America, like when I was 13, I had no like opportunity to like even really date when I was in Japan. Even like when moved to America, like since I moved to Indiana, there is not much like opportunity to meet Japanese people there, so I wasn't really looking for either. I was just looking for a partner in any race, I guess. But yes, question to that, as to the question, that is yes.
Yes. And then next thing is, wouldn't it be easier to date your own race?
Probably. When I was single, I was single for like 3 years, so I had a lot of time to like think about myself and like what I want and stuff like that. And yeah, I did think about, since I came to Japan once a year for work, and I stayed around here, you know, when I was single, I was trying to think like, is it better for me to just come back? And yeah, there are certain pros to just, you know, being with your own race, just because of the cultural difference, and just understand those like little, what do we call this, like nuance, yeah, that would just make things a lot easier. And then just, I think one of the biggest thing, well, not for my family, but for like Japanese family, would be like language barrier would be another thing. But I'm fortunate to have the environment where, you know, I could choose either race, so I chose her.
Thanks. I don't, for me, I guess all the people around me in America were pretty Americanized. Like any race, like I feel like it would have been okay because they are there. Like it wasn't like you live in Japan and I lived in America and we met playing a video game and like, you know, that kind of thing. So I mean, not really. He's like pretty American, 80%. Oh, like,
thank you.
Okay, yeah, no. Like 80% like American. So like it was no big deal. Next is, do you speak each other's languages? No. No, I don't know like Japanese. I didn't know before him. I only know a little bit now. I mean, obviously while we live here, I'm going to know more, but no.
僕も英語がわかりません。
Ah! Yeah, I don't know. I know like a couple words, but I can't put them all together.
Obviously, yes, I do, but I'm kind of wanting to learn more, but also
more what?
More languages.
Oh, you are?
I want to, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
Oh.
I just want to, or think about it.
Oh.
Wouldn't
it
be cool?
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
I need to do this one first, but what about next?
I don't know.
Also, these questions I just kind of like watched some videos and took a couple, or like read some articles and took some, because some were like very repetitive or I didn't like them. And then I just like found this one that really only applies if you're dating someone who's like of Asian descent, and it was, do you have yellow fever? I just thought it was funny. So I mean, I guess I already said like I've dated like white people too, you know, like I'm not like all like it needs to be an Asian person or something like that. And I guess I know like a lot of people meet through like, I don't know, like they like anime. You like, I'm not saying like anime's bad, you know what I mean though, but like people have that kind of like, oh, it's not like an obsession, but almost. And they're like, oh yeah, I'd love to date like an Asian person or Japanese person, or now, you know, K-pop's huge and I like K-pop too, but like they're like, I want to date a Korean person or something like that. So we didn't meet in any of that kind of way, so it doesn't really apply. What the heck?
You drink it a little more. Like the smell of coffee and like the toothpaste and like morning breath is like all combined.
There's no morning breath.
Pretty bad.
Next question is, do people stare at you when you go out? Okay, well,
me?
No, stare at you as a couple. No, as a couple, do people stare at us when we go out? In America, no, not really. But like here, it's definitely different. But it's not like his problem, it's just my problem. Like, don't people stare at us?
Yeah, definitely.
It's more like
There's
at me.
even more, which was pink hair.
Yeah, now my hair is luckily like a little more subdued, but yes. Next is, are there any cultural differences that like have caused problems in our relationship or that we've had to overcome? I don't know, like
like since our relationship is like pretty Americanized, like I don't think the problems we have isn't really like
It has
cultural
nothing to do
difference.
with, like,
It's more like
race.
personality difference. But like maybe those personalities came from the cultural differences. Like for me, I don't know if you've seen it, but like Japanese schools from like even from like elementary school or kindergarten, they make you clean. They like
you clean, you like have to cook food sometimes.
like
or
you have to
like,
serve food
Yeah,
to
yeah.
other kids. You don't really cook food, but like
Okay,
you,
yeah.
I mean, you take classes for, but like, you have to serve food to the kid, like other kids, and then after those, like for 15 to 20 minutes, like you know, the whole school kind of shuts down and everybody cleans, like floor and racks and sinks and like.
There's no
You know,
janitor. Like
So we are
it's the
kind of
kids.
like put in those
Yeah.
things to like always clean after yourself, you know, always just don't leave a mess, or like we have a saying like leaving birds never leave a mess or something like that. I don't know if it translates like that, but
It
like
makes, yeah, it makes sense.
you know, just like that kind of cleaning thing for me that has become like my personality, and like it frustrates me when I see like a cluster. And so I think we've had like some issues about like I want you to clean a little more, you know, things like that. So I don't know if you consider this a cultural difference, but it's more
I
personal.
don't know, because I think people just
personality
have that
difference.
problem too, like
But-
anyway.
Yeah,
But
but in a way, like I have this personality probably because of this culture that, you know.
yeah, and
I
American
was
schools
very-
don't do anything. Like as a child from first grade, like I'm not looking after everyone in the class. Like that's never been on my mind in the school. So that's
Yeah, I think another thing like could cause problem is like I know that I get like a little too extreme when like a guest is coming, and so like I think Japanese culture, like there's a video about this dude, this guy, like I think American guy, he kind of makes fun of like, oh, you need to clean, like it's a mother of he like the whole video.
oh, the vacuum?
Yeah,
Okay.
like we need to clean, we need to like.
It's
Like,
not
you
even
have to
about
go-
Asian people,
yeah,
but it's
not,
funny.
But like it's just that I think the Japanese culture has like that we have the word saying like omoterashi. It's just like to give care, to give happiness to, you know, foster people well. So like giving to the customers is very important. So like when we have guests, even like it's my brother and his wife and a kid, like I kind of get too extreme in the fact that like, oh, the sink needs to be like clean, like it needs to be like
Like spotless.
not spotless. It can't be like I kind of tend to get into that. So like
Yeah, but then I'm like, I don't know, I must, maybe it's just how I think, or it's like American, but I'm like, it's gonna be like clean, but it's not gonna be like perfectly like the hotel staff did it. And it's like your family, like especially, you know, maybe if it's like the mother-in-law, I mean, not even in our situation, it's not like that, but it's like if it's your brother and his family that needs to stay here because there isn't room somewhere else, like they're coming in here and I know they're gonna feel like, oh, we're like in your space, and obviously we don't care at all, but like they're not gonna be like, did you see that little hair on the sink or in the bathroom floor? You know, I don't think it's as big of a deal. Then next is what's like, do you have any favorite part about the other's culture? Like something you like that maybe you didn't have originally?
I think for me, well, especially because we live in Indiana, it's such a rural place that I always talk about it, but just like the people, the gentleness. Or maybe I should just even say
Gentleness?
that. Gentleness. Like opening a door for somebody, or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know, opening a door for somebody in America is like normal, and people will say thank you. But here, when you open door for somebody, they'll say I'm sorry. Like
They like don't go in the door.
it's rude.
They go
It's
away.
just like what the. It's like I'm opening the door for you, and then like I guess I'm kind of leaning toward more like what I don't like about Japanese culture or like that. But like when I do those things, I get told that I'm trying to be the nice guy. When I'm just trying to actually just be nice. But like in
normal,
other people's
like
eyes,
yeah.
they will just think, oh, he's just like, he's a
Working
tryhard.
too hard. Okay.
Yeah, he's a tryhard. It's just like, what is he doing? But then I don't care, so I still open the door for them, and I'll just say, oh, I'm American. So people would just say, you know, this is normal in America.
I'm like observant, but I don't also remember every single thing. So after this video, I'll be like, think of like 4 things for this answer that were really good. But right now, I'm like, I don't know, like I'm blank. But he said like reminded me about like everything is like very timely. Like if it's happening then, it's happening then, and be there and don't be late. And like it's nice. Like transportation is like this is when it's leaving, and it's leaving, and it like. The huge train is gonna stop at this thing for 2 minutes, and you like better get off and get on in their time frame because we're going at 9:50 or something. So, I mean, I appreciate that because I'm like, when I was in college, I'd get to class like 2 hours early, just like to go because like it would stress me out if I was like felt like I was gonna be late at all.
Yeah, actually, like that kind of brings up like, kind of goes back to one question. Like because she's, to me, she's like abnormal on the time. Like American people,
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
they're kind of like loose on time. So like with her, I never have issues, and that's one of like things that like I like about her is like the time. And in Japanese culture, they would say like if you're on time, you're late. Like you need to be like 15 minutes early to everything you do.
I guess maybe it's just for a marching band. Caring like to be early is to be on time, to be on time is to be late, and to be late is unacceptable. It's like our high school marching band thing. So like, I mean, I was like that before, but maybe, I don't know. We met there, so maybe that's why. And then lastly, the question was, are you worried about your kids getting bullied? Like because of their demographic that they come from?
Oh wow. Since we were going to be living in America, I'm more worried about like them being too good looking.
Okay. I was like, what are you gonna say? Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, I mean like halves are usually good looking. I'm not worried about them getting bullied.
Yeah, I don't see that as a problem at all.
Yeah, America is, I think they accept different races enough. I know there's still issues within America also, but it's just that where we live, we feel safe. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know how to end it, but that's it.
It's a white day.
Oh yeah, it's white day. You know, I made the Valentine's video last month, and so that was like the girl or whoever, whatever, I don't know, girl, guy, I'm just speaking from how it works with us. The girl is supposed to give the guy chocolate or something, she loves him. You can see my nice little skit that we made and I put together, so about that. And then March 14th is today, the day we're filming this, and so the guy or whoever is supposed to give back to the girl who gave him chocolates.
What did you get?
I got I don't even really know what it is. Like I don't really know all about it yet, but like the BTS, like a K-pop band, like fan club membership. He like set it all up for me and bought it early this week, and then like woke me up today at like 6 a.m. I don't know why he was up at 6 a.m. and was like poked me, was like, check your phone. So I had an email that was like, here you go, you got it. And then he also got us like some Starbucks this morning. Anyway, yeah, all right, that's today. Thanks
for watching. Hopefully you were able to learn a little more about us.
Yeah, I'd like to make like a more detailed, like how did we meet, or like how did we start dating, why did we get married, like that kind of thing, because there's a lot of like little things that are funny. We'll see about doing that whenever we get the chance.
But stay tuned for the next video that she makes.
Thanks. I'm the editor, he's just the star. All right, see you then.
Bye.
Bye.